Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And at one point I was really new gaming on PC. I actually never recorded any gameplay of it, but I really wanted to dive into it. And I was looking online and there's just like hundreds of articles and they're all very confusing. So I'm just going to give you a very consolidated, simple way you guys can record Fortnite. It's a program I use every single day, and the best part about it is it's absolutely free. So we're going to jump into that, and I'm also going to show you guys all the best settings so you get the very best performance. Because this is revolving around gameplay, if you're an aspiring YouTuber and you want to create Fortnite gaming content, or any gaming content for that matter, I highly recommend you guys to also check out TubeBuddy. I have a link for it down in the description. So if you're an aspiring YouTuber, this is your best tool that's going to help you basically build your channel and grow an audience extremely quick, because it's going to give you all the best keywords to search. TubeBuddy, what it is it's an added extension to your browser. It works for Chrome, Opera, and it'll actually also show you all the best keywords to search when you make your videos. And also one added feature which I think is really cool, if you're looking at other people's channels, if you click on Channelytics, it's an added tab. You can actually compare your stats, your daily amount of views, with the other competition, you know, in the Fortnite scene, and it just kind of helps you keep track of everything. You also get all these numbers from the past 30 days, you know, it shows you how many views you've gotten, how many videos uploaded. So just a lot of cool stats that I think is really helpful. So honestly, guys, the very best recording software is OBS or Streamlabs OBS. They're technically like the two using the same software. However, Streamlabs OBS is going to give you a lot more options. It's going to allow you, it's the best if you're going to be streaming. If you just are going to be recording your gameplay, your voice, and the computer audio, you could get away with just using the OBS Studio, which is this one here on the right. We're going to talk about how to download it, but it's free, and both of them are actually completely free. It's just Streamlabs uses a little bit more resources, but has a lot more options, and it's good for streamers. However, OBS Studios doesn't use as much resources, and it's a little bit more simplified. So both really good options. The one I've downloaded, I've used both of them, but I'm using Streamlabs OBS for the added options. So to check out Streamlabs OBS, just go to streamlabs.com, and once you're there, you can actually see it's available to download right here on the website. After you download it, you'll end up with this icon on your desktop, Streamlabs OBS. You'll double click on that, and that'll open up this window here. So I'm just going to talk through this really quickly. Obviously this looks really confusing because I'm already recording in it, so you won't have this weird paradigm inceptive looking screen like this with the display being recorded. But basically you'll see these things down here at the bottom. These are your most important things, or these three down here. This is just your display up here in the top. So here you have different scenes. So for instance, if I click on gaming, this is just my gameplay. So now, because I got Fortnite running in the background, you can see it shows the gameplay, which is this right here. That's essentially the main thing about this bottom left corner, is it's going to be your different scenes. Right here, these are your sources. These are all the inputs coming into your PC that you want to record, such as my webcam up here. I can change this to other webcams if I have other ones plugged in. Text, this is just straightforward. I have just text up here at the top. And window, so you can change what window you want recording, and that's all just, you know, optional. You can change it to whatever you want. The display, I think this is the one I actually have on. Yeah, so this is just my monitor, right? So it's recording everything on my monitor here. And if you want to get really nitty gritty, you can also add filters for every single source. So if you want to add a crop, for instance, that's what I've done here, is I've cropped it so it's more inlined. There's less of the left and less of the top. That's why it's 100 pixels in, 45 pixels in. That's just cropping it, right? But there's a ton of other filters. There's filters also for audio. So let's talk about the mixer. So these are all of your audios coming in, right? We do have desktop audio. That's going to be all your gameplay audio. So like Fortnite shooting sounds or whatever. That's all going to show up here with the little bar. I have this turned down with the slider here because I don't want that to be overruling my voice when I'm recording my voice. So that is why I have that down. And then webcam, there's no point in having audio from my webcam when I have a Blue Yeti microphone. So if you want to change your microphone on what people are hearing from your voice, you go in here, you go to properties, and you can change your microphone from Blue Yeti stereo microphone to default or whatever options you got. All right, so that's all good and dandy. That's how you set it up. Obviously, it'll take a little bit of just trial and error on what you want, your gameplay to look like. Be creative, set it up how you want. Really make it your own. Make yourself at home there. And then once you've got all that set up, there is export settings. So you'll notice this little settings down here in the bottom left. Click on that. And I'm just going to show you the most important ones. Obviously, you can add streaming information. I don't do a lot of streaming. I used to do a little bit. I don't do any streaming anymore. But output, this is the one that's really cool. So you can also change the path where your recordings go. So you click on browse here and you can change, where that goes. Recording quality, I have mine same as stream. Technically, you can make your recording quality even higher than your streaming quality. Here you can change what format you want it in. MP4 is kind of universal, so I use that one. And yeah, you can even add a streaming delay, I think, so that way people aren't going to stream snipe you. So other than that, video bit rate. This is important because the higher your bit rate is, the more smooth and less pixelated, less grainy your picture is going to look. So you want to have a high bit rate, but not too high where it's using a ton of resources. If you have a very powerful PC, you can get this up to like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. You can get your bit rate up really high so your stream quality is really good. 2500 is kind of the base. You don't want to go much lower than 2500. Otherwise, you're losing a lot of that crisp HD performance, like nice look on your videos and your replays. So make sure this is at least 2500, essentially is what I'm saying here. Audio bitrate, that's usually about 160. You can have it like 192 or 256. You can make it a little bit higher if you want to have, more depth or make it sound like it's a little bit more crisp as well. Those are the most important ones there. In video, this is where you can actually change your FPS. So this is super important. If you want to record your videos in 120 or 240 frames, do know that YouTube maxes out at 60 FPS. So it doesn't matter unless you're slowing down your gameplays. Like if you're a montage clip editor or a montage guy, maybe you're filming your creative stuff and you want to have 240 so you can slow it down and still have 60 FPS. That's cool. That's a good option. But otherwise, if you're just going to be keeping it at your standard, playback rate, keeping 60 FPS is usually good. And I have my canvas. So this is what you actually see on the screen here is 1920 by 1080, which is just regular HD. And then I have a little bit lower HD for my output resolution. That's optional. You could use the same as your canvas, 1920 by 1080, just to have the highest resolution possible. But those are your main things there, right? I mean, you can add hotkeys. You can add, you can get really specific in here and set up a ton of extra controls and stuff. These are hotkeys where you can like set up specific buttons to turn off or turn on your streaming and recording and stuff. But other than that, I wouldn't really worry about too much other stuff. Those are the most important ones, or the ones I just went over there for you. You might want to take a quick look at these options here to see if they might make it a little easier for you. But these are the settings I have in here. So yeah, I mean, that's essentially it, boys. It's super easy. Obviously, once you have those recorded, you'll want to edit your clips and your videos and stuff. If you guys want a part 2 where I talk about how to edit Fortnite videos, let me know. Link, comment down in the description below. And don't forget to sign up for TubeBuddy if you are an aspiring YouTube creator. It's the best tool you can use. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.